Today we broke my own personal record on this channel for the most amount of wins in the shortest amount of time because we took arguably the best aggro deck in all of Standard and we made it even better. That's right, we're talking about one of the best aggro decks in all of Standard, and we made it even better. This deck is mono white aggro, also known as mono white weenies or mono white humans, but it's very much a go-to deck for a lot of people to climb the ladder very quickly and efficiently because it's very powerful. It's currently sitting at about 3% of the meta share on Standard, according to MTG Goldfish, but today we added green. Why would that make it better? Well, we sped up the beatdown process quite a bit. We accelerated that, and we gave it a little bit of card advantage because sweepers tend to run, pretty rampant, and if you get hit with one and you run out of value, you're kind of dead in the water. So we added in things like Augur of Autumn, which gives us a bit of card advantage here. So green opens this card up, and we can play lands from the top of our deck. Not only that, once we get enough creatures on the field and have the the Coven abilities activated, we can play creatures from the top of the build as well, meaning we don't really have to rely on our hand. We can just constantly play and spam things from the top of our deck, allowing us to have that backup plan if we get hit with the sweeper. And we accelerate the speed of this deck with Catilda. This might seem a little strange, but it really helps you unload your entire hand very quickly because this turns all of your creatures into mana. And if we could turn all of our creatures into mana, that means by turn 3 or 4, we should have unloaded our entire hand onto the battlefield to hopefully be beating down the opponent very, very quickly. You'll see just how good this card can be later in the video, but it also has the ability to pump the entire field in the late game to add 1/1 counters if you're in a bit of a stalemate with another wide board state. And then lastly, we were able to put on 2 Sigardas on the top end, not only to pump the rest of the field, but again, to add a bit of card advantage, finding us more humans from our deck, being able to select things. But one other thing I wanted to talk about here, the rest of the build is that mono white weenies build. But this card right here becomes so much better when you add things like Catilda in here because you can go ahead and attack into your opponent, do your thing on your turn, and then on your opponent's end step, typically all of your creatures who are on tap can be used as mana to use this ability repeatedly. So you should almost always be able to use the recruitment officer to keep that card advantage going as well. So a lot more value has been added to this deck in my opinion by adding in just a little bit of green. But I digress. We'll jump into the games. Hope you guys enjoy this. We got a lot of wins really, really fast. And if you're new here, we do post videos on this channel typically 5 days a week, so if you enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like, subscribe, all that stuff helps out an absolute ton and I'd greatly appreciate it. Enjoy the video. Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got our next meta deck on the list. It's going to be mono white weenies, humans to be exact. It's a lot of humans in this build. So we went ahead and took that concept. We actually added in a second color of green because things like Catilda and Augur of Autumn make this deck go, honestly, in my opinion, to the next level. It's insane how powerful this thing can get, especially mid to late game when we really start spamming the board with creatures. So we'll see how we do here today. I'm excited about this one. We should get a really good run here on the ladder, hopefully ranking up pretty quickly. Mono red, huh? Well, we know burn spells are coming, right? So we might as well play Thalia here and force them to pay a little bit more for them. Nothing from the opponent yet is kind of sus. I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect here. We will go Vanguard though. Just use up that mana, get the board flooded with some value. Look to slam the opponent's face here in the next turn or two. Mechanized Warfare for 1 extra mana. All right, we definitely gonna play the Augur of Autumn, hopefully hitting a land here at the top. Not quite. Defector Might, and then we swing on through. It's time to get aggressive. Here we go. I mean, just look at the board here with only 3 mana on turn 4. Look how many creatures we've got on the field and how much power is ready to go. And with an Augur of Autumn on the field, we're looking at oh shoot, what are they gonna blow up here? With an Augur of Autumn, we're looking at the ability to play mana from the top of our build, which right now this could help a lot. Another Augur coming down seems like the right play here. Red doesn't have access to really, I mean, they do have sweepers, but not mono red. Red's not running things like burn down the house or anything, so we should be pretty good here with flooding the board with value. Them blowing up the Vanguard though was pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. Blowing up that Vanguard did lower my power quite a bit here. I do have the ability though to protect with the might now, which is nice. Like so. And that's GG's. Yeah, they made a big mistake there by trying to send that power over to the Thalia. Me simply being able to protect it with the might, just too good. GG. All right, off to a great start. The Vanguard getting blown up last game was a bit unfortunate, but you know, we got through it. Not too bad. All right, this is looking more like the original mono white weenies build here with the curve out that we have. Hopefully we find some forests, but you never know. Another mono red build. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of battle of the aggro builds here today, huh? Aggro versus aggro. Swift Spear has nothing for us. They don't have a play with fire. I'm so happy we found that. Yeah, I could go with Adeline here, which gives me a lot of mana, but I also, you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing I did last game. We're going to go Thalia into the Vanguard, pump up the board, and then that leaves the Augur of Autumn available to come down next turn, because we don't have access to a second green source unless Catilda's on the field, because Catilda can give that green mana, which is why I like to go Catilda in that spot. If we had a second green source here and didn't need to worry about that, I probably wouldn't go with Catilda, because it could blow up pretty easily here to some simple play with fire effects and things like that. So we'll see what happens here, but hopefully not another one of these. That would be bad. Oh, not another one. Oh, that's so brutal. That's actually brutal. All right. Crazy. They might swing through with just both of these. No regard for their second Swift Spear here, because it's just 1 point of damage that they're losing. And I don't want to lose my Vanguard, so we allow it. That's tough. And now we have an unplayable Autumn of Augur, which is really tough. I'm not even going to lie to you. But we still have the ability here to win pretty easily because of the Adeline. Yeah. Another mechanized warfare build. Kind of strange. Don't see that card a whole lot, and now we're seeing it quite a bit here. All right, so we do have to worry about the Vanguard because these do hit for 2. They might even double block the Adeline here. They don't. Wow, they scoop it up. They didn't want to see any more, which is kind of crazy because, I mean, I don't think we were that far ahead, to be honest. I feel like that second festivities actually caught us pretty heavy there. Imagine if they didn't hit that, though. We have Augur coming in and we play off the top of our build. GG. All right, well, if that's the kind of pace we're going to keep today, this could be the fastest amount of wins and the most amount of wins we've ever gotten. Let's see. Skrelv into a turn 2. I mean, this is pretty good. It's definitely the mono white weenies package for sure here. Let's go. We got another land. I do need that eventually, so hopefully now Catilda comes off the top and we'll be in good shape. We will start things off with Thalia here, though, obviously going up against Esper, potentially Esper control. Making things more expensive on the opponent here is going to be very key. All right, I'm a little bit afraid to commit too much to the board here, but I also feel like we have to kill them extremely fast if we're going to have a shot here. So going to send down the Vanguard, send in the Thalia, and get this beatdown going. Keep up that Defector Might as protection for Thalia, or the Vanguard for spot removal. All right, they are moving very, very slow, which is great. Another tap land comes down, opens up for another Vanguard. Send in some shots here. Puts him in range of that lethal mark. Got him down to 10. We've got protection. We've got the ability to avoid a Sunfall because Thalia's ability to tax them is out there. And they play tap land, which means no depopulate, which means we win. Boom! It's that simple, guys. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Thalia's taxation probably is what ended up getting them there. Like I said, if they had a depopulate or like a drag to the bottom, anything like that, they can't play it because they're missing the 1 extra land to cast it. So Thalia coming in clutch there. Beautiful. All right, well, this is turning into speed running to Mythic. Kinda. We are flying right now, man. Absolutely flying. What do we got? Opening hand looks phenomenal. We're going to keep this all day. All right. Could be some form of a mirror matchup. We'll see. But we do get the recruitment officer down on 1. We got a great curve out here into the probably the Thalia next turn. We're up against, yeah, it's definitely a mirror matchup. So maybe Thalia is not as important as I'm thinking it is. Maybe we just go Vanguard, but we are giving them an option to take the Vanguard through Brutal Cathar. But if that's the case, I'm totally, I'm kind of fine with that. Yeah, I'm kind of fine with it, them taking it because I've got my own Brutal Cathar, obviously. And here's where the difference makers come in. I'm actually really glad we're going up against this build here because this should showcase just how much better our build is because of Catilda. Catilda unlocking the recruitment officer and whatnot. It should show just how much better and value, how much more value we can get out of our build compared to theirs. Because let's say they have their own recruitment officer out here, right? They don't have all that excess mana to spend on the recruitment officer's ability. We're able to just spam that ability over and over again because of all the excess mana we have, which is insane. Plus, we can pump up the board here quite a bit with Catilda's ability. I'm trying to think if I want to... Yeah, I probably want to do this. Yeah, let's do it. All right, no attacks. Now we do got to keep in mind that if they flip our Brutal Cathars over, that can get a little tricky when there's 2 Brutal Cathars on the field, how they stack up. I believe whoever's turn it is gets to choose their exiling first. So that can make things a little bit tricky. We got to be really cognizant about that. Oh, what a card. All right. That's going to help so much because now if we attack in and whatnot, yeah, there's the scoop. There's just no way you can keep up with the mirror matchup if you're mono white weenies, like I said, because that extra mana is really key to unloading everything into the field really fast. But not only that, if we have a recruitment officer, we were about to start drawing cards every turn, and we could select, you know, those Brutal Cathars and whatnot. Not only that, on top of that, let's say on the end step, I get my board state, you know, well established. On the end step of their turn, I can always use Catilda's ability to pump the board with 1/1 counters. So we're going to outscale them, outdraw them, outmana them. So I do believe our version of this build is just slightly better, with the only downside being that we added a second color. So GG. Man, I love that. I actually kind of want the mirror matchup a lot if we can get it. That'd be great. I just think we're just inherently a better version of that. I'll get to go first. Yes, please. Opponent took a mulligan. I love having the Skrell's Might on turn 1. I might want to add a few more of those because Skrell's Might really helps a lot in this current state of things. Like Esper, yeah, we could use that protection for sure. Thalia makes things more expensive, but they could still drop a second land and hit me with a cut down, so I'm gonna wait on attacking him with the Skrell's Might. We're not gonna risk losing Thalia. All right, we got a really good turn 3 here with Adeline, especially because they've only played a farm hand, so some really solid attacks getting through here. All right, let the games begin. It's all about speed, man, especially against an opponent playing Esper mid-range to Esper control. Because those Sunfalls and those depopulates and yada yada, those are our only, you know, downfall. Those are our worst nightmare. So if we can avoid that. Oh, that's actually really bad because they can blow up the might. It's pretty good. Pretty good. They're tapped out, so there's really no reason for us to take damage to protect anything here. Ooh, okay. A Catilda is nice. So Augur here. We hit a land. Beautiful. We swing in with everything here, right? It would appear so. And just look at how much mana we have now if I play a Catilda next turn. That's crazy. That's so much mana. And then I got 2 Brutal Cathars. Things are getting spicy. Destroy Evil is really good there. Yikes. Now I can't play things from the top of my build. That does make things a little wonky. Banala. All right, we go here. And we just keep this beatdown going here. I am really afraid though, because the opponent is on 4 mana currently, about to be 5. Now we do avoid that Sunfall, but there are other options for the opponent here to sweep the board, like depopulate. So we'll see what happens. Thalia's still on the field though, giving us 1 more turn hopefully to get this damage through and win the game. Might be able to pull it off. We'll see. They could end up playing though like a path. Was it the card that gains you a bunch of life and draws your card? Something path. There's a lot of things they can do here, and I'm very nervous. It's been all mono white so far though, right? You splashed in a couple of these towers for what exactly? What exactly is that for, my guy? Ossification on Dahlia or Brutal Cathar? Okay, that's fine. We still have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, exactly 7 damage with another Brutal Cathar here, so that'll do it. That's a big GG's. Good game. Let's go. Another one, but this one, honestly, I feel like we got by the skin of our teeth, because I'm telling you, that sweeper was coming next turn. It really was. So we got through that one barely, but we'll take it. Yeah, that last game definitely had a lot of potential to be our downfall. I thought for sure we were going to take the L there, but got through it okay. All right, not bad at all. I mean, this, dude, this is a really great start. Going first, and we have a curve out like this. Not bad. Mono red. Okay, this is a matchup I've been wanting to see here. I don't know if we got any in this video, but this is actually a pretty tough matchup for us. But we are going first, so might be all right. I like the Thalia here though, because, you know, play with fires, you know, lightning strikes, things like that. Try to tax them a little bit. Research desk. All right, they're off to a slow start. Like that. I like that. Paying 2 mana for the research desk is crazy, but all right, here we go. Here we go. Now we start unloading on the opponent here. It's gonna get crazy. Our entire hand is coming down next turn. Definitely beating mono red to the punch here. Cards that they hit there. Rend Resolve. Oh yeah, that's too slow, my guy. You're way too slow. And then we've got Thalia out there, so it's not able to be cast anyways. There you go. I was gonna say, they got to get rid of that. They finally do. They've had enough. Ooh, yes, please. Okay. You know what? I'm going to attack first with this, and then we'll play the Vanguard. Maximize the amount of mana and damage we can do that turn. Let's go. Good luck. Good luck, mono red. How do you come back from this? Oh man. Better hope you have a Brotherhood's End, or even burn down the house doesn't quite cut it, because your Phoenix chick can't block. You don't have enough mana to burn down the house. You're screwed. And just for good measure, give me that little chickie. All right, take down mono red. I love it. Love it. Tearing up really quickly here. Let's go. On our way to mythic, man. That's absolutely absurd that we're only halfway through this video, it feels like, and we're on game 7. Makes no sense. All right, opening hand's good. I've got Thalia, I've got Catilda, I've got a lot of really good plays here. We go second though, and we don't have a 1-drop, so this could be a bit slow, and we'll see what happens. Definitely gives the opportunity to the opponent to make some sweeping plays or removals. All right, Thalia's down. I'm sure it's gonna get hit with some sort of go for the throat or cut down here. We're up against Dimir mid-range. This is probably one of the worst matchups we can ask for. Wow, nothing from the opponent. That's crazy. What? What? What do I do here? I kind of like Benalia. Benalia avoids all those cut downs and go for the throats with its indestructibility, so I kind of like that. And then we know we're up against Dimir mid-range, right? So we really got to play this smart with our Brutal Cathars. There's a lot of really nasty threats for sure, but I will say that Shieldred is by far the worst of those threats, so this needs to be saved for the Shieldreds. All right, I know Catilda produces more mana, but I'm just really afraid to play it because of removal. We see a Fading Hope, which is really strange. All right, I'm gonna eat some of this damage. I know I could block it and discard, but I don't really want to. All right, let's go here. Here's where things start to pick up for us, hopefully. All right, no make disappear. That's good. They might play it on Thalia though. Nope, no make disappear. Wow, okay, we're in business. We're in business. Okay. Go for the throat. I mean, sure. I mean, that Thalia's doing its job, right? They're really afraid of Thalia because of its taxing abilities, so they target it a lot here with the Fading Hopes to go for the throats. Really ignoring the Catildas and the Benalias, which is great. Benalia obviously having indestructibility, I would ignore it too, but the Catilda was the card I'd be more scared of than Thalia here. Little did they know that it's gonna allow me to pop off like crazy here. Augur of Autumn. Vanguard. Say go. Can you start to see the pattern here? Can you start to see how crazy this is gonna get? All right, I have another Augur of Autumn, so I will actually make this trade here with the Graveyard Trespasser. I can't really afford for it to keep coming through like this. So the blocks will be made. No other plays from the opponents. Augur of Autumn. Another land is beautiful. Adeline is sick. And there's the scoop. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say they got us down to 10 though. I mean, another shield, like a Shieldred coming down there would be pretty bad, but I had the Brutal Cathar in waiting. So I mean, that was gonna end up winning us the game anyways. But yeah, they gave up. They see the writing on the wall now. Things are getting out of hand. GG. All right, another fantastic win. I mean, I can't understate how fast we're flying through this right now. This is record-breaking pace at the moment. This might have to be our rank up deck when rank resets. It is nice to just, you know, sit back and play some meta sometimes. I mean, not have to worry about getting too creative and weird. Yeah, I mean, double officer here, and then we go with the Vanguard next turn. Then we hit him for a boatload, and then Intrepid Adversary maybe for one pump and win the game. It's that fast. GG's, man. Holy. I really wish they would have played that out. It only would have been another like 2 turns, but still, that was a crazy start. Like, think about that for a second. We hit him with 6 damage next turn, make that another 3, so 9 damage next turn. They go down to 9, And then the turn after that, we pump the whole board with 1 more power each. That's crazy. Man, that was legitimately like a 40-second game. That was a 40-second game. Have we dropped the game yet? Actually, hold on. I don't think we've dropped the game. Holy cow. Okay. I go for... We're not dropping this one either. Wow. That's crazy. All right. Here we go. Recruitment officer into probably the Vanguard here. I want to... Well... I don't know. I want to maximize the damage and mana usage here. But yeah, I think it's going to be the Vanguard. Rakdos, Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay. I love that. Getting down the Augur is really good here. Do I make this trade? I feel like I do. I feel like I gotta get that pressure through. That might have been a mistake. I'm still not 100% on that play yet, but getting the Blood Tithe Harvester out of the way so I can get my attacks through seems like the right call. I'm just really worried that this is going to get hit with like some sort of cut down and... Okay. Catilda on top. Let's go. All right, and then the recruitment officer starting next turn can start digging out some more threats for us. And we send in everything, right? Just send it all in. We have a cut down. Corrupted conviction, maybe? Yeah, it's got to be corrupted conviction. Yep. Drawing some cards. All right. So Rakdos definitely has a plethora of kill spells, though. I'm almost guaranteeing that we're gonna lose something here on this next turn. We'll see. It's gonna be the Vanguard of all things, I'm sure. I do want to leave 1 land in my hand, I think, the whole time here because Benalia's ability to go indestructibility. Yep, there it is. Voltage Surge for 2. Anvil pops the 1/1. Oh, Sigarda on top is crazy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and what did I do here? 1, 2. I think maybe I attack with this. No enlisting. Because I want to save the 4 mana, right? We got 1, 2, 3, and 4 mana. So we can use the recruitment officer's ability. But do we want to use the officer's ability now that I'm thinking about it? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Maybe a creature card with the mana value 3 or less. Maybe I don't want to use that ability, actually. That was a bit of a mistake on my end because we do have a Sigarda on top. So that is actually not smart. But would I have changed my attacks up a little bit? I guess I would have enlisted. Yeah, I should have enlisted there. That's tough. All right, mistakes were made. Learning from them. Should have enlisted because recruitment officer's ability is great here, but not when you have a Sigarda on top. That's like the one time you don't want to be using an ability like that. All right, we're taking 3. The Executioner Thane is going to catch up to us really fast. We got to be really quick about how we kill this opponent because this is going to be tough. All right, we can start playing things from the top of our deck, which is fantastic. I don't really want to play this because I'd rather pump it to the moon next turn. Let's attack in with the Banala again. But then they just block, and then when something dies, I lose 2 life. So is there really any value in that? Just a scry ability, which is not the best. I'm not going to attack. I don't want to give them a free a free chump block and 2 damage to my face. But then again, they got the anvil, so they're gonna do it anyways. Oh man, am I making mistakes or is this just like a tricky game here? I feel like we're toast here because of this Thane. 1, 2, 3. Trying to see if I could have activated the recruitment officer's ability, but I can't. All right, I'm pretty sure we lose this. Pretty sure we lose this. It's a really creative build though. Rakdos sacrifice is really tough, especially when they got that Thane out there. That's what's really gonna kind of kill us here, is that Thane's ability to just keep pinging us. We might have been able to win this, I don't know, but it's hard to say. Hard to say if I did things differently, how it would have gone. What I could do though is attack him with Sigarda here and hopefully get like a Brutal Cathar. That might save us. That might save us. Let's try that. Come on, Brutal Cathar. Yes, please. All right. But then they just sack. Okay, let's see. Let's just say they sack the Thrill Seeker. I think we're just dead here. I have life gain too, which is what really bums me out here, is that I have the life gain. All right, so in response, they sack the Thrill Seeker, dealing 3 damage. Is it any target? It's any target. They go face though. I thought they were gonna blow up the Brutal Cathar. They go face. That's 5 total damage. And then all they gotta do is sack one of their artifacts here. Yep. That's what I figured. Okay. It's our only shot, I felt like, but I didn't do the math on it. We were dead either way, no matter which way you look at it. That's pretty good. Our first L. Our first L. It's all good. I got so used to just winning every game. It's surprising. Good game though, man. Really good game. All right. The good news is I learned a lot from that loss. That Rakdos sacrifice build taught me a lot, man. There are certain targets that I needed to focus on. I mean, I already kind of knew how that deck worked, but seeing it in action and how deadly that Anvil mixed with Vran is absolutely absurd. All right. Off to a bad start here too, because we're up against Mono Red going second. But, you know, our run was bound to end sooner than later, because we've had, I think, like 8 or 9 wins in a row. So not that shocking. I still don't love this though. I mean, I feel like it's a bit of a bummer, because I feel like we can win this one, but these Phoenix Chicks are the serious problems here. I need to get the Brutal Cathars for those, because we don't deal with flyers very well. Also, Intrepid Adversary would be nice in this matchup. Swift Spear, Ancestral Anger. All right, I mean, they've already unloaded their entire hand essentially here, but we are already down to what, 10? Sheesh. Okay. Don't love that. And I think I should play on the safe side of things here, where I play Catilda. I don't unload my entire hand. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez, and they were able to draw cards off of that and everything. I mean, what can you do? They just did their thing really, really fast. They did their thing extremely fast. So that'll do it for us. A very unique style of mono red too, I will say. Very interesting. I do wonder if they swing with everything or just the chicks here. I really can't do anything though anyways, so it doesn't matter, but... Alright. It just takes one more attack from the Phoenix Chicks or a burn spell. You know, doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter how you slice it. They take the land. Do they have... Well, they can't play with fire, can they? No, they cannot. All right, we send it. Full on send it here. Did the best we could. That's another L, but you know what? Going second against mono red, most decks are gonna, you know, fall to that. It's mono red specialty, so no big deal. Another L. Feels bad though. All right, well, you know, as bad as 2 losses feels on my soul in a row, I got to remember that, you know, we had a really solid run. So a couple of losses in a row isn't a big deal. It really isn't, but it sure feels like it sometimes. All right, I'm going to go with the Skrell's Might here. The Azorius colors means potentially Esper, potentially removal spells. Thalia is going to be a really nice play here because it taxes the sweepers. That's really, really tough because now they've got some time here to set up these chump blocks. Man, that's tough. Okay, that's gonna buy them a lot of time. I don't love that. And we do know for a fact now that they are a control player. I mean, who runs Sunset Revelry who's not trying to play a little bit control, you know what I mean? Sicarda is so good here. I'm just really afraid of that sweeper, you know what I mean? So I've got 2 turns minimum, 3 turns maximum to get this done. All right, we go here. And we go here. And then we pray that we're able to get this off next turn. Make this appear? Probably make this appear, right? Okay. I guess that's cool. I mean, it's not cool because now they've got a free shot at Thalia here, but Thalia being able to have ward is going to double tax the opponent here. So there's that. Oh, nice. Realm Breaker. So they're doing some milling. That's good. Gives me a little bit of time here. Doing some setups. Let's see. Which one do we not want to attack in with? Probably this one. So let's go here. And send these 2 in. They take 3. And now they're in for a world of hurt starting now. But man, oh man, we're still in the thick of it here. No depopulate. Thank God. All right, we send everybody. Wandering Emperor would be so bad here. It's definitely going to be, huh? Oh, thank God, no Wandering Emperor. Okay, dodging a couple of bullets here. It's good. They're down to 4. We have the ability to go digging here with the recruitment officer, which is what we're going to do. Memory Deluge is tough. They're almost certainly going to find their sweeper. How do we close out after they hit us with the sweeper here? What top deck would we want to see the most? Trying to get this 4 damage through. We don't have anything obviously with haste. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard to close out this last 4 damage with this much mana on board. I can almost guarantee that sweeper though, man. No, they didn't find it. Oh my God, let's go. Closing it out with the W. I love it. Oh, that was scary though. That was scary. The opponent's ability to play that Sunset Revelry at the beginning of the game really bought them just enough time, because in most cases we can have them dead well before that turn 5 as long as Thalia is on the field, which is, you know, that's how we do it most of the time. But when you have Sunset Revelry provide you with 2 chump blockers while you're waiting for that Sunfall, it buys you way too much time, man, and it's really scary. But we close out. Let's go. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another one. I believe tomorrow's video is gonna be Esper, Planeswalkers, Esper Control. But I'm really enjoying these builds, man. These little meta decks that we're trying to take and tweak and make better. I love this concept of this road to Mythic that we're on. It's been so easy to grind up the diamond ladder currently with these decks because they're obviously super powerful and well established already. I hope you guys are enjoying this as well. It's not something that's permanent by any means. This is just going to be for the, you know, the end of the week. But I love this concept of just taking a meta deck, trying to twist it into my own little spice, and hopefully making it a little bit better, if not, you know, a little more fun. But again, just a mini series to the end of the week, or until we get to Mythic. It might even be on Thursday we might get to Mythic. We're kind of flying right now, but again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found some value in it, and I hope the deck does pretty well for you as well. But that does it for me, man. If you made it this far into the video, huge shout out to you, and thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I appreciate you very, very much for that. And a huge special thank you to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on this channel, so huge shout out to these people who help support me monetarily every month. Appreciate you very, very much. And you know, if you're watching, thank you. But again, that does it for me. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another one and a live stream, so be sure to check that out as well. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. See you next time, guys. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.